Imagine possessing a mind so sharp that it sees through every illusion, questions every belief, and dissects every thought. At first, it seems like a gift, a tool to navigate the complexities of life with ease. But what if this very intelligence becomes a curse, trapping you in a web of endless analysis, anxiety, and existential despair? Throughout history, some of the greatest minds, like Nietzsche, Kafka, and even Einstein, struggled with deep existential thoughts that left them feeling disconnected from the world. They were not unhappy because they lacked success, admiration, or material wealth. They were unhappy because their minds never stopped searching for something that perhaps did not exist. An absolute truth, a final answer, a lasting sense of fulfillment. If you've ever found yourself overthinking life to the point of exhaustion, constantly questioning your existence, or struggling to find joy in things that others seem to enjoy effortlessly, well, congratulations, you're stuck with this curse now. Let's explore why highly intelligent people often suffer from overthinking, what makes their minds prone to existential anxiety, and most importantly, how to break free from the endless loop of thought. Unlike most people who are content with simple pleasures, highly intelligent individuals have a mind that craves depth, understanding, and meaning. They don't just live, they analyze. They don't just feel emotions, they dissect them. Imagine two people watching the same movie. The first person simply enjoys it, laughing at the funny moments, feeling touched by the sad ones, and immersing themselves in the story without overthinking. But the second person, someone with a sharp intellect, is different. They don't just watch the movie, they analyze every shot, contemplate the deeper meaning behind each line of dialogue, and question why the characters act the way they do. They wonder why a certain joke is funny. They strive to understand the deeper reasons behind the emotions being portrayed. For them, everything is more than just an experience. It's a puzzle to solve, a painting to be dissected layer by layer. A simple moment of joy suddenly turns into a riddle, one that may not even have a clear answer. Intelligent people often believe that if they think hard enough, they can solve every problem. But life is full of uncertainties that no amount of analysis can resolve. This creates frustration, as their minds refuse to accept that some things, like emotions, death, or the meaning of life, simply cannot be neatly categorized or understood. Imagine a smart person falling in unrequited love. Instead of expressing their feelings naturally, they overanalyze every little detail, searching for the perfect way to make the other person like them too. They think to themselves, how should I text them so I don't seem too eager? If they reply late today, does that mean they don't like me? Or are they just busy? Should I change myself to match them, or should I just be who I am? They believe that if they think things through enough, they'll find the perfect formula to make love work. But then, they're faced with a harsh truth. Love doesn't follow logic. No matter how much they analyze, they can't control someone else's feelings. And when things don't go the way they hoped, disappointment sinks in. I did everything right, so why don't they like me? The truth is, some things in life can't be explained or controlled by intellect. Love is one of them. Have you ever felt like you see things that others don't? Perhaps you notice the flaws in societal systems, the absurdity of social norms, or the contradictions in human behavior. While this level of awareness can be enlightening, it can also be isolating. Imagine you're at a party. Everyone is laughing, talking, and enjoying the moment. But instead of joining in, you observe. You start to notice, some people are smiling, but their eyes are empty, like they're just playing a role. Conversations revolve around surface-level topics, weather, social media trends, gossip, but rarely touch on anything truly meaningful. People say they want honesty, yet they prefer sweet words over the truth. You become more aware of what's happening around you, but that awareness doesn't make you feel more connected. Instead, it makes you feel even more isolated, like you're standing outside a game that everyone else has agreed to play, yet you can't pretend to play along. And so, in a room full of people, you still feel alone. The more options we have, the harder it is to choose. Highly intelligent people are hyper-aware of the possibilities in life, which can lead to analysis paralysis. Should they pursue passion or stability, knowledge or happiness, creativity or practicality? A study on decision-making found that people with higher intelligence often struggle with long-term satisfaction because they see too many paths and fear making the wrong choice. Their minds create infinite scenarios, and as a result, they become trapped in a loop of indecision. One of the most liberating realizations is this: not everything needs an answer. Many of the world's greatest thinkers, Buddha, Lao Tzu, and even modern psychologists, have emphasized that peace comes from letting go, not from overanalyzing. Instead of asking, "What is the meaning of life?" a more helpful question might be, "How can I live meaningfully today?" One of the best ways to quiet an overactive mind is through activities that require full presence: art, music, writing, or even sports. These moments pull us into the present, away from the spiral of endless thought. Take Vincent van Gogh, for example. Despite his struggles with mental illness, his paintings reflect a deep, almost meditative engagement with the world. In those moments of creation, he was not trapped in his thoughts. He was free. A technique from mindfulness practices teaches us to observe our thoughts rather than be consumed by them. Instead of reacting impulsively to every thought that arises, we learn to take a step back and acknowledge them without judgment. This allows us to cultivate a sense of inner peace and clarity, rather than becoming overwhelmed by the constant stream of mental activity. Imagine your mind as a vast, open sky, stretching endlessly in all directions. Your thoughts are like clouds drifting across this sky. Some are light and wispy, barely noticeable, while others are dark and heavy, carrying the weight of worries, doubts, or fears. Just as the sky does not cling to any one cloud, you too do not need to hold on to every thought that enters your mind. You don't have to chase every cloud, nor do you need to push them away. Instead, you simply watch them come and go, knowing that they are temporary. No matter how stormy the sky may seem in one moment, it will eventually clear, revealing the vast openness that was always there. By practicing this awareness, you begin to realize that you are not your thoughts. You are the sky, limitless and unshaken, while your thoughts are just passing clouds, moving through but never defining you. By practicing this, you can detach from the spiral of overthinking and find peace in simply being. If you've ever felt trapped by your own mind, remember, intelligence is not the problem, it's how you use it. Your ability to think deeply is a gift, but like any powerful tool, it must be handled with care. A sharp knife can carve a masterpiece, shaping something beautiful and meaningful, but it can also cause harm if used recklessly. The key is not to dull the blade, but to learn how to wield it with intention, precision, and control. Embrace the journey of life, rather than obsess over its meaning. Life is not a puzzle to be solved, but an adventure to be lived. The greatest minds in history were not those who figured life out, but those who learned how to embrace it fully, with all its chaos, contradictions, and unanswered questions. So, the real question is not how do I stop overthinking, but rather, how do I live despite it? Overthinking may never fully disappear, but you can learn to dance with it rather than let it control you. And that, my friend, is something only you can discover for yourself. I hope you found this video helpful. If you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you think my content is valuable, consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps more people discover it. Thanks for watching, and I wish you and your family good health and peace. See you in the next video.